It's week 3 of the 2024 season.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
An excavator operator in Pakistan was working when he accidentally dug up a landmine. Fortunately, the operator was not in danger, but the blast wave from the landmine nearly knocked him unconscious. After driving the excavator out, he discovered the rocket had been blown off in the
Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 70 yards.
Spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses have better focus on.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The Broncos at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their
If this is some off the game, the cash probably is.
talking with him in the days leading up to this one. They've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jackson will throw again. A hit as he... Incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Jackson now. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson. He'll get this one to Patrick. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happen. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something. And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught at the 7. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game and so here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Okay, ready? Ready?
They begin the drive with Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Jackson. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40. That time he was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long.
The Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. Here's Jackson to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Jackson. He wants Reynolds way downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by... That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Last time out, of course, he threw the interception. Then they gave up the touchdown. Jackson throwing to start the drive. Dancing to his left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That was Eddie Jackson on the safety blitz, dropping the quarterback.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Williams again, and he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So the Broncos now down by 7, a little over 30 seconds. Throwing, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Now Jackson. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Denver's offense now set to go. Jackson now throwing to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They go play action now. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but it did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They go play action with Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Second and 10. A give to Williams, running right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Pushing his way through. And the Bucs are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning
It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll see the Broncos' electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Jets.
The Broncos ready. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Throwing this back in the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. The Broncos and their quarterback ready to take over. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got top. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
In disaster averted, he knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Broncos are being led back. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring out 4th down. visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. First down throw for Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Play action. Here's Jackson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Give to Williams from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Jets will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
The offense being led back. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. Misfire there, couldn't connect.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Jackson looking to throw. That's intercepted near the sideline. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again.
Here we go.
They motion the tight end over. On first down, Jackson. On the move, headed right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2. Jackson's throwing for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. This one to Williams out left side.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 7. Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he crosses midfield before going out. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Blitz coming here, Jackson. Complete to Mims. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's... Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go play fake with Jackson. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Third and 2, here's Jackson. McLaughlin there to bring it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action now with Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Jackson getting his guys in the hurry up. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Catch is made down the right sideline. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jets are going to have it after his second interception of the season. The win goes to the Jets. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year.